Nah, it wasn't food. I already ate. Just had to pick up a delivery. Oops. Welcome back. For now, I guess, I'm probably gonna duck out at some point and try to write more of my pieces, because I've been very lazy. Yeah, I ate food for lunch, so that's my meal of the day. Not like I've done anything that's especially calorically taxing. Whoops! Oh no, somebody kicked the arcade machine. What a tragedy. You know, I was thinking about the Boy Scout summer camp that I used to go to. And I remember it being in, like, financial dire straits back when I was going there as a kid. I'm wondering now, like, if they're gonna have to cancel that this year from coronavirus. Like, I don't know if that place is gonna survive. Which is kind of a bummer, not like I had any sort of affinity for the Boy Scouts, but like... I don't know, it seemed like it meant a lot to people, at least meant a lot to my dad, who went to that same summer camp in like the 60s. Sliced my finger open on a woodworking project once, though. God damn it. But yeah, I remember hating that camp at the time, but in retrospect, it's kinda... eh. I can't let nostalgia entirely lie to me. Did I get a sweet scar? Not really. I mean, it's just like a scar on, I think, my right or left, one of the two hands, middle fingers, where it's still kind of numb, but other than that, it's not all that important. I did learn knots, archery, and making fires without matches. And I had to build my own survival shelter for... what was it? Wilderness Survival Merit Badge, I think? It was one of the Eagle mandated ones. Am I an Eagle Scout? Yeah, actually. I don't know how that happened, but, I mean, it seems very lame to bring it up and be like, ah, yes, I'm also an Eagle Scout. But, that happened. God, I remember I, was in scout camp, I think my first year, and I was working on my swimming merit badge. And they, canceled it the last day to complete it because of a thunderstorm. And, I had not done very well in the swimming portion earlier. So I was not going to be able to complete the merit badge, and I was like... very torn up about that. For some reason, it felt like a gigantic point of failure when I was like 12 or 13 years old. For some reason. Anyway, turns out you're significantly less buoyant in freshwater lakes versus the ocean. And also, if you wear, like, swimming shoes or whatever those things are, it makes it a lot harder to tread water. So, pro tip, if you're trying to get your swimming merit badge, don't do that. Also, I had the hardest time learning how to dive, which was a mandated thing for that merit badge. Which I guess also in retrospect was a number of warning signs about being depressed, because the Scoutmaster's kid was trying to teach me how to dive and was like, okay, you have to have a positive attitude about it. Just say to yourself, I can dive, and you'll be able to do it, you know, that kind of thing. And I remember very distinctly telling him, like, I'm not gonna say that, I can't actually dive, I don't want to lie to myself. Eventually I figured it out, and I can't remember the last time I've been swimming, so I've probably forgotten all of it, but like, that was an experience. No, I was effectively, I think, brought into this world as a way for my parents to just knock out stuff that they wanted to do in real life vicariously through me. So, like, Dad never got to Eagle Scout, but he was, I guess, very bothered about it, or something. So I feel just sort of like I was encouraged to go into the Boy Scouts in order to close that circle. And be like, aha, it's done. Had a very interesting childhood. I mean, not especially. I think my parents mostly just wished I could have been brought into this world as, like, a small adult who's, like, ready to go and get degrees and work jobs rather than, like, anything to actually have to do with childhood. God, also, back when I was in the Boy Scouts, I was also in the Order of the Arrow, although I didn't get very far in that. Which, I don't know how they describe it. It's like an honor society sort of thing for, like, service projects and a lot of, like, reappropriated Native American imagery. And at some point I had to do the crossing over ceremony for Cub Scouts, I guess, to transition into Boy Scouts, though I was never a Cub Scout, so I don't actually know what the details are. Anyway, I had to, like, dress up as a Native American with somebody's, like, Halloween costume that they lent to me, because of course I didn't have my own, and why would I? And I had to memorize a part as, I believe, Kitchkinet the Medicine Man or something like that. And I completely forgot all of my lines, like, ruined the whole thing, awkwardly, nervously, and sweatily improvised, and it was just awful for everybody involved. God, that was unpleasant. All while wearing that dorky costume, by the way. This is why I like cosplay. Actually, you're not entirely wrong. I was actually trying to find this recently. On the back of one of the thingies, the merit badge handbooks, there was a picture of somebody wearing some sort of Native American regalia, and I always remember thinking, every time I would look at it, like, man, I wonder what that's like to wear. And I was digging around for it on Google Images and I couldn't find it, but... I'm sure I'm not going to find it right now. Boy Scout Merit Badge Handbook cover? God, I haven't thought about some of this Boy Scout stuff in the longest time. Cannot find it. Oh well. God, I love how every single picture of, like, actual Boy Scouts this Google search has brought up, just... They all look like gigantic dorks. Like, whoever this guy is. It's like, yeah, that looks like people in my scout troop. We were all just weird dweebs. I cannot find the image I am thinking about. Oh well. Oh jeez. Oh man, this is what I was talking about with the Order of the Arrow stuff. Just like, hey, here's my Native American cosplay. It's just like... Oh god, what haven't we done to the Native Americans? It's like all these just pasty dorks dressing up as Native Americans for their scout troop. It is... Oh god. This one just looks like Breath of the Wild Link. Like, this has got to be somebody's Breath of the Wild cosplay, and this is somebody's Inuyasha cosplay, right? Like... Oh god. What a thing. I had forgotten most of this. In retrospect, it seems very strange. Oh, Jesus. Just... God. What an awkward photo. Oh, everything about that part of Boy Scouting was very awkward. No, I can't find what I was looking for. Oh well. Time to play the game of those fireworks or gunshots. Who can tell? God. What is this? Oh, I thought it was a child being attacked by, like, a gigantic hawk. It was not. Anyway, Boy Scouts. I mean, it wasn't, like, the worst. I mean, it didn't especially fit in for a multitude of reasons, but, like, I don't know, I guess some of the campouts are fun. And, you know, Scout Camp itself was like a sleepaway thing for a week where we'd, you know, go and do merit badge classes and camp outside and cook for ourselves and all that good stuff, and that was kind of novel. No, whoa, oh god, nope. I think my uncle, who was also in the Boy Scouts, though he didn't get that far, sent my parents a chain email back in the day, you know, when people still did that, about how the Boy Scouts are similar to Pokemon, and it was like a list of 10 points, but it effectively just boiled down to, like, you go places and get badges. And they were trying to use that as something to convince me to join the Boy Scouts because I didn't especially want to. And let me tell you, the comparison to Pokemon didn't really help that much because I could have just played Pokemon instead. Do I still keep in contact with any from the Boy Scouts? No. I did a little bit with, God, this is a name I haven't said in a long time. If you remember the Extra Lives marathons at all with Cuban Steve, he was from the Scout Troop, but I haven't spoken to him in, God, like 7-8 years. Who's my starter in oh, I see. Oh, no, that's not great. I did say Cuban Steve. We had 2 different Steves on the marathon team, so that was how we distinguished. One was partially Cuban. Oh, hey, Tanui. Have not seen you around forever. No, this is not a call-out. You're Steve as well. Oh, God. On this blessed day, we are all Steve. God damn it, Basic. What is that Steve up to? God, you know, in retrospect, it's very weird that, like, I'm asking the internet what, like, an old childhood friend of mine is up to when I could potentially contact him myself, though I don't think I've spoken to him in, like, 7 years. Oh, it's been a bit. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, I should have fallen off there. Absolutely. Oh, the old marathons are definitely a bunch of cherished memories, though it is funny to think about, like, just how frantic and tenuous the setup was for all of them, like, every morning when I would go and bring my laptop downstairs and, like, rearrange the sofas and pull out the microphone and everything, and it's just... Yeah, this computer is not equipped to do any of this, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Hope it all doesn't just implode. I think that might be gold armor, but it might also not be. Oh, even better. And then we'd have days where, oh god, there's that one marathon, I think it was it the Mario one? Or, no, I think it was the N64 one, 64 hours of the Nintendo 64. And, also, in retrospect, very good title. And the donation widget we used for that, which was called Chipin, which has since gone under, but worked at the time, ended up breaking, like, the night or two before, and I was losing it. And some people managed to sort of, like, rig up something that tapped into the API but generated its own widget. And they did that in, like, the 11th hour, and I woke up and they had a solution, and the marathon went on, and it was good. Why'd I stop doing them? I mean, college didn't really help because we were all living in different places, and it was harder to get time that we were all able to get at the same, you know, general, like, week-long area. That's a really weird way to phrase that sentence. So that was kind of a lot of it, and it sort of killed a lot of the momentum, I think. And also then just the perpetual issue with the Extra Life folks, who, back then at least, one of them kept messaging me, like, threatening legal action because our names were too similar. And it's like, I'm 17, and this is not an original concept for a name. You know, it's like a video game term. And, you know, I had settled on the name and designed the website prior to that being a thing, I think, so it was just kind of serendipitous that the names ended up being so similar, with them being Extra Life and us being Extra Lives. But they had lawyers and I did not, and that was always something kind of in the back of my mind where it's like, I'm gonna have to change everything at some point with this, because as they get bigger and we do more stuff, there's gonna be a lot of people getting very confused. So that was also kind of one of those things I had to probably tackle before going back and doing more marathons, and like between college and grad school and everything else, it kind of just didn't really, I guess, get worked out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might do them again. Though in retrospect, it is very strange to think that I was even able to do them in the first place, because, like, I get tired much faster now than I used to. Because also, like, back then, I guess, there was just such an adrenaline rush from even just streaming and having people watching it all, that it was just enough to keep me awake for, like, 2 days. But now I'm an adult and jaded and nothing feels like anything, so I'm constantly tired at the end. Hold a marathon to fund my research. Yeah. Come donate to the Monotone Tim Psilocybin Fund. We'll raise money for psilocybin research by taking psilocybin and pointing the camera at us for charity. If you stay up longer than 18 hours, you get bad hallucinations. God, I get stuff like that when I'm at work for more than like 24 hours. End up having all these very unpleasant instances of like, oh God, I swear someone in the next room over is calling my name. But like, it's 2 in the morning and no one's here and all the lights are off, so I know that they're not, but brain is picking up something. Why am I at work for over 24 hours? I mean, sometimes you have to be. It's very time sensitive, and a lot of the stuff is on a very specific timeline. So it's like, I could go to bed and sleep, I guess, better, but then I'll just be stressed out about not having done enough work to get all the data. So like, just suck it up, deal with it now, and finish it, so you don't have to do it again. Yeah, well, we'll see how our psilocybin stuff goes, and if they accept it. Hopkins had a psilocybin trial for major depression that I really wanted to try, but they needed like multiple 8-hour days from you every week. It was not going to be feasible to do that and also go to work. Just go to work after tripping on shrooms. Oh, I have no idea. In all honesty, like, not to say that I'm like in the field, because this is only something we've begun to do recently, but nobody really talks about microdosing exactly. You know, it's kind of a meaningless term. At least in terms of, you know, what we're looking at. So, I would imagine, though, Deadly Spaghetti, for the Hopkins trials for psilocybin stuff, while I didn't take part in them, I'm pretty sure they just give you psilocybin and have you hallucinate on a couch, and see what happens. Because the current consensus in the field is that the hallucinations are necessary for the antidepressant actions of psilocybin, which is to say, like any kind of self-insights you have, or I don't know, changes in perception or oceanic boundlessness, as they keep using that term, is a necessity for the therapeutic experience of psilocybin. Crap, I thought that was gonna charge. But, our research is trying to argue that it is not, and that you don't need to trip to get antidepressant stuff from psilocybin, because it's just about activating certain serotonin receptors. Whoops, there we go. Or 25 milligrams. It's not that much, actually. Because I dose the animals at 1 milligram per kilogram. Oh, no! Oh, God. That seems impractical if you need to trip out for it to work. Exactly! Therefore limiting its utility in a clinical setting, which is why we're doing the research we're doing to see... Oh, God damn it! But then the idea is... Oh, my foot fell asleep. That if you could separate the hallucinations from psilocybin and still have it act as an antidepressant, well, then you go. Or there you go. It's already done. How do you measure out 2 microgram doses? I assume they just make a solution and then just dilute it. I don't think they're measuring out, like, fractional grains of powder. Oh, that's right, I have this crap weapon. This... God, if it did, like, double damage like the sword or something, that would be good. But it's just... Ugh. Great. But yeah, that's the paper we're working on, or submitted, and hopefully we'll be able to link you soon. Ooh, I have to dig up some of the experiments with this. Let's see, do I still have these pictures? When did I do this? It was in February. April, March, February. Oh yes, my incredibly scientific setup for recording animal locomotion. Multiple cameras and then a webcam just taped and held over a ruler so I could record and track mouse motion or locomotion in their home cages. See, the thing about science is that everybody has like very lofty expectations of what it looks like and the equipment we use, but most of it is just like schlepped together and it's really not all that exciting. You're gonna see some high AF mice. I mean, some of these guys should probably be high, I guess. I don't remember which ones. I can't see the numbers. Just took random photos of some of this stuff just because of the absurdity of the setups. Oh yeah, and then I went to the Afghan place that's close by and is pretty good when I got good data, and then I celebrated with a victory meal. Don't know why I have a picture of this. Guess I've turned into someone who takes pictures of their food. Now I'm just going through like my photo log of whatever I took pictures of in February. What was that food? Let's see. It's some sort of veggie platter, so... Oh, you can't see my cursor. From left to right, it's like green sauce, falafel, random salad stuff. I think that was sweet potatoes. That's like a stewed lentil. That's eggplant. At the top, I think that might just be normal potatoes. Pita bread, and then I think like some sort of sag spinach thing. There. It might have been chana masala. It wasn't exactly chana masala-y. Maybe just normal chana, no masala. Oh yeah, also a weird thing I noticed about some of these mice, although I couldn't really come up with any kind of paradigm to describe this in the paper. Wow, this looks like the lab's very dirty, and it actually is, I suppose, but I noticed the ones that were high on drugs often tried to escape a lot more frequently than the other ones that generally just kind of sat in the corner. Oh wait, is this a video? Oh yeah, this is a video. I don't know why I even saved this. It's just... that. I think I was recording this to see if I could tell if this is normal grooming behavior or if this is like a head twitching response that they say animals exhibit when they're quote-unquote tripping. But then I read that the head twitching response I think is at like 90 hertz, so I probably wouldn't be capturing it super well anyway. God, I have a bunch of random photos here. Oh yeah, probably should close WaterFox because I feel like WaterFox and XSplit somehow interact in such a way to, oops. Sorry, I zoned out. God damn it. Oh yeah, the memory leak. Yeah, I have no idea. At some point I should just try a different browser. I think it's an issue with the plugins I have, because I'm only using WaterFox. Is this better? Not really. I was only using WaterFox so I could use certain add-ons again that were disabled in normal Firefox. But then I stopped using those add-ons because they just kind of broke anyway. So now I'm just using this browser that I think has a bunch of busted add-ons that are causing memory leaks that don't even do anything. Well, I didn't actually know they were bought out. Bummer. Well, that's a sound. God damn it, not again! Yeah, I used the original Edge, actually, and I still do on my laptop. Just because it plays nice with the trackpad. And it's nice on some sites where you could do, like, like a two-finger swipe left, swipe right kind of gesture to go to the next page in, like, a forum or something like that. Which I think Edge had been the only browser that I had found that does that. Thing is pretty good. Okay, buddy, you can quit exaggerating here. Hey, another life. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that every browser is just based on Chromium. Crap. I was hoping to run into these and explode. But that's just sort of the bummer with the internet in general. Like, everything is now just consolidated around a few big companies, and nothing is interesting or varied anymore. You know, everything is just under the umbrella of social media. Nobody has their own websites or any of that. Or whatever else. Whoops. Do I have my social media handles on my resume? Oh god, no. Oh god damn it, that's the worst one! Why would you do this? You reviewed a resume earlier this month and had their Twitter handle. God. Like, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have put my name on it, but... whatever. I mean, at this point, like, everybody knows, so... Jesus, dude. It's like every time somebody at work or whatever talks about stuff they have on Twitter or, like... some sort of, like a lab's social media page or whatever else. I'm always just like awkwardly silent, like, oh, social media, I've heard of it. So anyway, how about something not that? Although at this point, I would imagine anyone who's actually looking me up at any point has probably seen the cosplay, so... alas. This is a really bad loadout of pieces. We want to pop that one, then that one. We don't want this. I think that works. There we go. Yay! Wow, that was really good, actually. And then I play Paneled Upon, and I lose on level 1, and I think, like, well, why am I bothering with this game when I can just do this in Puyo? Oh, it's because you said meme. You fool. Have to learn your lesson the hard way. Your ban will not be rescinded. You will receive 0 presidential pardons. Oh no! Oh yes, there we go. Oh wait, that doesn't even... Where did the... I don't know what was happening in the second half. Literally nothing. You don't think you'd want a presidential pardon? God, yeah, it's gotta be like winning the lottery. But like, in one of those states where you have to disclose publicly that you won the lottery. So it's like, I got the thing, hooray for me, but also now everybody knows me, and they know I got the thing, and my life will never be the same. Although actually, I believe Maryland is one of those states where you don't have to disclose that you've won the lottery, which, like, I don't understand why that is not the default thing everywhere, because if you just won, like, $50 million, or whatever the money totals to, why would you ever want everybody to know that? It's like, what is the rationale behind even making that an option, let alone default? Prevent lottery scam. Okay, fine. Fine, come up with a reasonable, rational answer to my well-thought-out point. God, the McDonald's Monopoly thing. God, I love that promotion so much. Like, I played a lot of Monopoly as a kid, which probably has a lot to do with why I liked it, but, oops. Oh god, I've totally ruined that. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. 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 No. No. I've just lost. But, I don't know, it was always a very fun experience to go and find those little Monopoly pieces and stick them on the board. Or, like, occasionally find cups or something that people left behind with the pieces, and it feels like finding some incredible treasure. Oh, I'm probably not gonna get the Game Gear Micro. Like, it's a cute idea, but I don't have any fondness for the Game Gear. Probably, like, the same reason I'm not gonna get the, TurboGrafx Mini Classic thing. Like, it looks really good, but I just don't have any real fondness for the system, so it's not that compelling. Wow, this is a really weird chain. Oh god, what did I... Did I need that? Oh, I ruined this. Yeah, that's got nothing now. Oh no, the same person who keeps kicking over the Goobs and Gobs machine kicked over the Puyo machine. Yeah, what a hooligan. Columns machine looks a little dusty. Incorrect! I played Columns earlier today, and you know what? I almost won. I got to the final boss, which I might not have ever done, and then proceeded to get my butt kicked in ways I did not know a butt could be kicked. But I found out. God, the final AI is ridiculously hard. Am I popping the red? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. No. Oh, now it's weird. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. Is it that? Is it? No, no. 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 Fine. Whatever. Ghost and Gabagool. Like, that started off as a joke, but now I think it is my preferred abbreviation of that game. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play some Gabagools. And, like, think about all the time, all the effort I save by saying that instead of ghosts. No, ghouls and ghosts every time. And not only do I have to say ghouls and ghosts, I have to specifically remember not to say ghosts and goblins. Welcome to the Stereotone Chat, home of the most compelling talk about rechargeable batteries you have ever had in your life. As a kid, I liked Rayovac batteries because it had Michael Jordan, I think, in the advertisements. Oh, God. If I ever licked the battery. Yeah, licked a 9-volt. Because, you know, that's what you do in Boy Scouts when you have nothing else to do. God, that weird way to start a fire with, like, steel wool and a 9-volt battery was always fascinating. Works with metal ice gum wrappers too. Interesting. I don't know why, but that also feels like a really dated concept. Just like people buying sticks of gum. Not to say that nobody buys gum anymore, but for some reason it just feels weirdly antiquated. Probably makes no sense, just feel free to ignore me. That goes there. And then that? So then we want to pop the yellows. Like so. Wait. No. I mean, they must sell gum in, you know, the same sticks that they used to sell gum in. But yeah, I mean, I mostly think of gum sold today coming in like little tins or whatever. Like, I'm assuming they still have Juicy Fruit as a thing. No. No, don't do that. Am I just waiting for a purple? Wow, I'm really just waiting for a purple that I'm not getting. Now I'm gonna get it, but I can't get it over there because there's a thing in the way. Still waiting for a purple. Oh, there. Good. Juicy Fruit is good for 30 seconds, then it's trash. God, a couple months ago I bought a bag of Warheads and ate a lot of them, like too many, and thought, wow, this is really sour, and it's even more sour if I push it into my tongue. So much flavor. Good. And then I ended up giving my tongue chemical burns. So don't do that. It might seem like a good idea, but it's not worth it. Wait, if I pop that, then I need that, and then that, and I think that's good. Oh man, that reminds me, Popcorn Kernel. I have always wanted, but never had, one of those gigantic warheads. Not warheads, Jawbreakers, sorry. Like one of the ones the size of tennis balls. Always wanted one, never had one. I imagine the reality is a lot worse than the fantasy, because, I mean, you're not eating the whole thing in one bite, so I'm imagining you're putting a very, like, saliva-covered, partially eaten chunk of sugar back in a baggie over and over. But, I mean, it's a lot of novelty there, I think. God damn it, I've messed that up, because there's no way to get another red there. That's okay, we'll make it work. Da-da-da. Oh, thank you, JBloonson88. Sorry, I haven't really streamed much recently. Or at all! Haha. Ugh. Can't fit it in your cheek like Ed, and Eddie. Well, no, but... Was everybody's favorite Ed, and Eddie character Double D? I kind of assume so. I feel like that was the one, like... normal-esque person in a sea of chaos that was that show. Yeah, I think there were 3 streams. There were Roller Coaster Tycoon and Oregon Trail, and then 2 streams with Not for Broadcast, 1 with the coin game, and 1 with Cooking Sim. There, see, I remembered. And everyone probably watched them and thought, wow, this is great. So much content. And then, oops. Screwed that one up again. God, yeah, that TV game was not as funny the second day, but the first day I was losing it. Just over, like, the medicated popping up over and over. Have I checked out watch parties on Twitch? Nope. The website keeps changing, apparently, which would normally be a problem, except I never browse it. So, like... Like, I'm still shocked there is social eating on Twitch. You know? I mean, to me, it still feels like yesterday that the CFO of Twitch had sent me an email because I was one of the partners he poached from Ustream and asked, like, hey, we're working on this new thing. It's like Twitch TV. It's specifically for gaming and whatever. You know, like, here's the link. Try it out. What do you think? And I remember my response to him just being like, yeah, I don't know if I like it. Seems like it's too serious. Too much gaming, not enough screwing around. And I don't think he's ever emailed me after. God, you're right, Aerate! I'd totally forgotten about that! When I was still streaming on Ustream and they sent me an email telling me I can join the partner program and they're also going to give me like hundreds of dollars in broadcasting software, which I was very excited for, I didn't get that second part. Which, like, to be fair, something like Wirecast or whatever, people still even use that, would have been significantly more fiddly than VH Multicam, which is what I used at the time. But, yeah, I remember feeling very disappointed about that. But no, that, like everything else in my life, is just one of the continual comedies of, or a comedy of errors that my life has now become. It's like, count on me to do the dumb, weird thing, and I probably would have done that. Should reply to that email again. God. I'm good. Good leaving that chunk of my inbox back in like the 9 years ago it belongs. It's not a sentence. Man, playing Panel to Pawn and then doing really badly at it has actually made me appreciate the fact that I'm pretty good at Puyo. At least I sort of think so in retrospect. Like, my brain just kind of sticks stuff where it knows to stick stuff, and it all does that on autopilot, and it is very neat. So thank you, brain. I am sorry for taking you for granted. But if you could work on that whole, like, mental illness thing, that'd be great. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, there you go. No! No! Why would you do this? Ah, it's too many beans. Oh, that's not good. Made a lot of mouth sounds. That's how you could tell I'm in dire straits. Whoops. Yeah, it's gotta go there. Mouth Sounds is a great album. God, what is Neil Cicerega up to? Should that go there? Yeah. No. No. Not great. Well... Yeah. Yeah. I think. There it goes. Oh. Thought I was gonna get one more. No! Don't cover up that purple, I need it. Also, I need you to give me purples, please. No! Ah, god damn it. That's fine. There. Yay. Is today Sunday? I guess the real question is, does it matter? The answer is no. Oops. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Of, like, the random time-wasting content on this channel, what is your preferred game? Is it, like, Puyo, or is it, hopefully not Columns, but it's an option. Ghouls and Ghosts, Sonic. Browsing YouTube is not a Sega Genesis game, but okay, fine, point taken. PUBG was fun. Should do that again at some point. Reviews of food reviews. God, I should make that a channel. It's just like, I give this food review of the new Burger King Whopperito 6 stars. Proper technique. and, whatever. Cosplay shopping and Etsy shopping. Wait, I need a... I think I just need a red on that? And that, and that. I should play more City Skylines. Yeah! I should. I don't know. I hit a point where I'm just sort of bored of it, I think. It just sort of became a vector for playing City Pop, and haven't really been listening to that much of that either. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah. It's actually not too bad of a mix, although I was listening to it and some of the transitions between songs are not very good. But, you know, it's fun to make, so that's, I guess, all that matters. Super cheesy. Well, I had fun, so that's all that matters. Hooray, friendship. Yeah, but American Truck Sim is messed up, so Steam, I guess, changed something at some point where they no longer allow you to have games not update. And it's not an option that you can go and turn on, unless there's some, like, special thing I have to hit. But, they keep updating that game, and the problem is all the mods that I had that allowed you to go to Canada or Mexico or all the other states only work with the most up-to-date version of American Truck Sim that includes paid DLC that I don't have. And because they've updated my game and I can't roll back to the game before it had DLC, I can no longer play American Truck Sim unless I uninstalled everything. And that kind of sucks. So I can't just have, like, dumb road trips with, like, the BMW model going coast to coast listening to NPR anymore. I can go in and opt into betas. Can I? I'll have to look. Like, I haven't even been on Steam in a while. Just out of touch with everything. Like that Hall & Oates song. Yeah, Vice MIDI's one of those, like, forever projects. Like, I'll get it done at some point, is what I tell myself, but I'm doing a real bad job here. I don't know. What about something else? I guess I can mess around with the Sonic 3 beta. guess the music kind of fits. I don't know. I mean, this is the original non-Michael Jackson music for this. It just sounds like Sonic 3D Blast music. Like, it's fine. I don't know. It lacks the edge of the released version. Okay, am I dumb? What am I doing here? Like, initially I thought I was messing this up because I wasn't paying attention, but now I think this part is just very stupid. Do we know which version of Michael Jackson's for sure? Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, that's a good sound. I mean, there's enough circumstantial evidence for the Michael Jackson stuff where we know, like, what's what. Oh my god. It's very weird how the bubble shield has, like, the animation go up and down. I don't know if it looks any better. Oh god! That bubble shield. Just surrounded by ticker tape. Oops. God, the sound. Oh, hello. Oh god, you could actually fall on that one. Oops. Oh god, really? Okay, everyone, I beat it. No one didn't not see that. What? Wait. Oh. What? Anyway, Act 2. You know, this has actually a little bit of like a marine kind of feel, which sort of, I guess, works for the fact that this is the weird Carnival Night zone that's underwater. I don't know, though. It doesn't feel like it fits that well. Also, that's a very dumb part, especially to put a spring right there so you have to do it again. Tails are ruining it. Weird how Sonic is running on this. Just me pressing up and down. There's no Knuckles there. Supposed to turn the music off. Or the lights off. The shield blinks a lot more than it does in the final, I think. Man, I wish they didn't change that sound effect. It's really good. It's an awful noise. You're an awful noise! If I went to your carnival, I'd want a refund. This doesn't sound like a carnival. Like, it sounds fine. Just... maybe I'm just used to Carnival Night Zone being, like, weirdly menacing because of the Michael Jackson music, but... I don't know. I guess there's nothing saying this level is supposed to be sort of menacing and dark. I don't know. Should have just had, like, the Insane Clown Posse come in and do the music for this. Make it, like, Dark Carnival Zone. God. It's like back when I did that Juggalo book thing, that stream of that social media network from, like... God, when did I do that? 2011, 2012? And the Juggalo book people made a video of me messing with the website. I remember after that, though, unrelated. Oh god, I'm screwing this up. Somebody sent me an email, and I forget exactly what all the contents were, but the title was like... or not the title, but it started out something like... Hey Tim, like, long-time fan, longer-time Juggalo. You know, sort of like... Hey, you know, it's not really cool to be... you know, dismissive and insulting and all this other stuff. And for some reason I thought about that a lot, actually. Some, like, weird Juggalo opinions, but, like, in retrospect, no, they're just people having fun, so... more power to you. I know it might sound really goofy, but for some reason I still think about that email. Hi, Knuckle. Oh, there's no... Wait, does this mean the boss doesn't show up? Alright, I did it. Oh, it's awful. Oh. Okay. Yeah, oh, What? What? Oh. Yeah, this is not very good, music-wise. Like, it sounds snowy, but not in like a cool way. It's just generic winter music. What is Super Nazo Puyo? Is that one of the RPGs? It's kind of cool, actually. I don't know if the final game has that like chasm in the middle that you see the depth on, where they have the parallax but vertical. I don't think that's in the final game, is it? That's really neat. Bye, music. No, thought there was a spring there. But I like Puyo Tetris. Yeah, it was good. I haven't played Animal Crossing since the 3DS one, and that one I only played a little bit. It's not really my kind of thing. Ouch. Whoops. Bye, Tails. What? Oh. Okay. That jump always seems very nerve-wracking. Ooh, okay. Interesting. There we go. It's fine, whatever. I did it. Oh, that's Act 1? Act 2. No, Act 1. Is this the same track? Whoops. That's fine. I think it's... yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Not entirely sure what the buttons are doing to it. Oh, I don't need to order food. Whee! Oh, that's kind of fun. Whoa! Wow! Whoa! Well. It's actually very impressive, I think. Yay! Love that one. No, catch me. Oh, okay. I don't know what the debug mode cheat is. Man, the multiplayer in this game was not very good. Wee. This is very different music. Yeah, he does look like he has very beefy arms now. Wait, did this game always have a little progress meter in the middle, showing where everyone is? I don't remember that. Oh god, I can't watch more food videos right now. Oh, they don't have the carnival one in this. Wait, wasn't there a bit where you're supposed to, like, break blocks in this? Oh yeah, the versus mode music's really good. Oh, nice, banana. Oh. Like, none of these items make a tangible difference in multiplayer. And it controls unlike the rest of the game as well. It's very weird. Now this is a very good track, I think. Maybe it doesn't fit super well for this level, but it's good. I like it. The first track is not as good. Ugh. Just super cheesy. But then again, like, I have associations with these levels that are all just rooted in what the original music was, so, like, maybe this isn't the wrong tone for the stage. Maybe this is what Sega was going for, which I guess it makes sense because they made this music originally, so I don't know. I mean, it might have made sense if this is all I played. That's... something. Yeah, it is the game over font. Wait, what is it? Is this supposed to be an invincibility thing? Oh, it was a shield. Or something. We... Oh no, it's not gonna stop. I don't have speed shoes anymore, it's just this music. Yeah! Yeah! Sounds great! Ooh. I'm stuck in the elevator. Send me a tweet? I don't know. Sorry, I've been very antisocial lately. Is Robotnik there? Oh, he is, and his little box blinks. That's new. Oh. Looking great! Wow, this is so much more advanced than the one in the final version. Oh. Wait, that's a different Knuckles sprite than in the beginning of the game. That's his final sprite. But his final sprite from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because his shoes are yellow. Okay, that was great. Man, music in this level, so good. That looks weird, though. I do wish they kept the Sonic 2 sprite for this, because I think it does look nicer, but... Yeah, it's a really good track, I think. It's one of those, like... the music carries the level kind of levels. You know, the more I think about it, the more I actually do want to go through and play all the 2D games and rank all the levels. Just have like a running tally on the side, and it's just like, is this better than this? I don't know. It's like, would I rather play Green Hill Zone than Marble Garden? Yes. There you go, that's one comparison. Then I have to do that over and over and over. And eventually it's gonna be like, do I want to play Gene Gadget Zone? Wait, no, that's Sonic 3D Blast, that wouldn't count. Sound. But it would be kind of weird at the end where it's, you know, playing Sonic 3 and it's... What do I think about Hidden Palace Zone here versus Labyrinth Zone? Oh. I miss when Giant Bomb still did their ranking of fighters thing. Oh, the other one's still there. I don't think it's possible to have two. Oh, it just fell in there. It's possible to have two in the final game. Or maybe it is, but I've never had that happen. I think the placement's different. Giant Bomb's way past their prime. Yeah, I don't like admitting it, but I haven't watched a quick look or anything in a very long time. Where are those spike springs? Oh, some of them are. Some of them are just enemies that shoot at you but have fake spikes. Yeah, I hope Ranking of Fighters comes back. That was my favorite series. I mean, I feel like they lost a lot when Dan left. Also when Drew left. And, like, I just want more Jeff and Vinny sports quick looks or something. But yeah. One from like religiously watching everything to just sort of not bothering. Keep wondering when I play this, like, is stuff not implemented in here because they didn't have it done yet, or did they just not have, like, the idea for it? Like, are the shields not doing specific shield things because they didn't program it, or they weren't, like, sure on that being the idea initially, or... I mean, I guess they all would have had to have had ideas, now that I think about it, because, like, there's no point in having the electric shield if it's just there. You know, it's not like you're gonna have any meaningful immunity from, like, electric attacks or something. It's like the fire shield in Sonic 3D Blast or something just makes you able to walk on fire. It doesn't have, like, any kind of dash like it has in this game. Man, I hope Tails grabs me and I don't just fall to my death. Okay. Well. That happened. Tails, grab me! Or not. That's fine. Just no music. Oh god, Minty, what did you do? This is misappropriation of my brand. Please cease immediately. Initially I thought it just said clown tone, but now it's significantly better being clown o-tone. Oh, sorry. Here, hang on. Okay, there, now you can message me. What was I doing? Oh no, not this again. I guess I'll try ghouls. I don't know. Yeah, I think Knuckles' sprite in that looks a lot better than the final one. I want a ROM hack with, like, Sonic 2 looking sprites in that, and also old Knuckles design. That'd be pretty good. I feel like somebody's probably working on some sort of, like, Sonic 3 restoration hack with, like, the original music and some of the original assets, or like the intro where Sonic boards in or whatever. Yeah, with the drop dash. It's like, what if you finished up the beta? Sonic 3 beta complete. Yeah, that one. Although, speaking of game betas, my god, I can't believe the N64 beta for Mother 3 still hasn't leaked yet. Like, we found everything else on the planet. How do we still not know where that thing is? Restoration hacks are always really interesting. I remember there being a lot of really mediocre ones for Ocarina of Time that would, like, try to implement beta stuff, like those big fairy statues or collecting the Triforce or whatever. And I always thought they looked terrible. It's like, hey, we changed Link's model to look like that really crappy one in the prototype footage. Like, oh, thanks. You really shouldn't have. It could be lost. I doubt it. It's gotta be on something. Like, some sort of beta debug cart thing. But man, Mother 3 is so good. Would love to know what that N64 game is like. Yeah, watch it appear on Pawn Stars. Let me call in an expert on games that Nintendo refuses to localize. No! What are the complete Ocarina of Time mods? Oh, wait. Some of them. more complete mods, not that there's a mod called Ocarina of Time Complete. Nimpsy Adventure? What is that? Sure, I'm not pronouncing that right in the slightest. No! God damn it. Man, the hitboxes for these are usually so wonky. Saw a neat remake of Zelda 1 with Game Boy Color graphics. Actually, that seems kind of neat. The sprites for the Game Boy Zeldas were very cute, and very expressive, all that good stuff. Though I will still be forever impressed by that one hack of like, or that, not even a hack, that one like Zelda game they programmed for TI calculators, like the 83 and the 84s. I played like a little bit of it on stream because it was something I'd always wanted to find since I was in high school. But that was incredibly impressive considering it's running on a calculator. It never actually came out, but it was very neat. I played Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is effectively an entirely different game, which has a double jump but no vertical throw. So that game is kind of made around not needing the vertical throw, though if you had it, it would be a lot easier. Ah! Uh-oh. No, 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 okay. Yeah. A running joke. There you go. That's what you call them. Should play some more Castlevania. Yeah, I was never good at Castlevania, and I don't know what it is about just having to whip every single candle that just seems so tedious. It's like, I don't know. No, not again. I gotta go use the bathroom, hang on. Da da da. What? Pajama pants? Oh wow, I do. Love solutions to problems. Why is my controller not in? Well, I'm great at video games. There we go. That's a noise. I wonder if this does any damage to him. No. Yeah! It's worth a shot. Oh no, the game crashed. What? How am I doing? I'm winning, son. Played all these. I don't know. Angry Bus. Do I have Angry Bus here? Did I pass it? This is just RetroArch. I think I might have pushed Angry Bus out of the recent list. Oh god, yeah, that Popeye volleyball game. God, I totally forgot about that. Like, what the hell is this? Like, it doesn't even feel like a real game. Ah, Popeye Beach Volleyball. And then it has, like, the Street Fighter menu. I'm gonna fight him at the wharf. Out. That's my point. Get it, Wimpy. Nope, you're Wimpy, what are you doing? Hit it! But don't just run from it! Why would you make Popeye Beach Volleyball? It's out. Oh, I got it. Oh, wait, that was not in. Come on, Wimpy. Yeah! No! Am I dead? Like, what? I don't know what to do. I can't spike it. I just get hit in the face. What do you want me to do? I don't think it's possible. Thanks for diving, at least. Maybe hold the button. Okay. No. Maybe you just can't spike it? Like, I don't know. No! Wish I could do that. I know you can spike it. There's 2 buttons on this thing, and one of them's the spike button. Yeah, the buttons are bound correctly. There's only 2 buttons, and I know what they both do. Do something! I graduated college. Why can't I do this? No! Okay, I think I have to press the button, and then I hit B. Hang on. I think there's a jump button and a swing button, and the spike button is jump and swing. What? Oh, Jesus! Gigantism! Hit it! haven't gotten a point my own way. Oh, Jesus. I've only gotten 1 point because he missed. What are you doing? Yes! I did it! I can't make him do anything! I hate this game. Why would you make Popeye beach volleyball? Popeye lose. Let's fight in the woods. What? Olive oil, you're not. Okay. Do you just, like, lose when they spike it? Like, what are you supposed to do in response to that? Like how I can attempt to spike it on the serve, and there's still enough time to just... Oh, you can dive! Oh, wait a minute! Uh-oh, I know how to play this now. No! Why do I always fall on my face? Yeah! Kill him, Popeye! Oh, I can do that, actually. How did I... What? That was... I was right under it! God damn it! I did it. My point. God, remember Bullet Ball? That guy on YouTube who invented that game and it was terrible? Oh, good. I thought that was gonna miss. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? That's a bullet ball. Oh, Jesus! Olive, you're not helping! It's out. Oh, no. Oh, God! I've murdered a man today. Now I'm just fighting the ghost. That was kind of cute, at the very least. Oh god, I haven't even gotten a... What are you doing?! Okay. No, it's fine. I take it back, Olive Oil. I don't mean to yell at you. Boop. Yeah! Oh. Oh god, Popeye, no! Keep... Just dive a different way. No, okay. It doesn't even affect the gameplay, but I really don't like when his ghost partner disappears. I will say it is a very expressive Popeye in like 10 pixels. I got it, 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 yay! Oh, I haven't gotten any points. Oh, the collision is subpar. That was right to you! God, Wimpy wouldn't have done this to me. Ugh, Jesus! God, Popeye. I thought you were a war veteran. Why don't you get this? Ah, Jesus. Do you want me to hit it? Oh. Well, that's Popeye's Beach Volleyball. It's a game. I'm glad we loaded that up. It was important. Hey, what is Mega Man? Oh, that's right, it's the Game Gear one. Developed by... Nope, can't read that. Wanna be a star, man. Oh my god! Game Gear was pathetic in comparison to having the Sega Nomad, which I had in lieu of having friends. But I could play Genesis games on the go, and then I could plug it in the cigarette lighter to charge in the car, and then it would ruin the radio reception. The chat was real weird. Oh, sorry, they do that sometimes. Oh. That's a great sound. I love that sound. In fact, I wish it would be even louder. I'll just get hit by everything, that's okay. Yeah, video games. Here's my good gen ROM set. Three to 5 hours was generous. Like if I got an hour out of my Saturn, out of my Nomad, I would have been impressed. Play Shining Force. No, that's too much effort. How about Cat at Crossroad by Ventislav Zvetskov? You are wait, Oh, it's Pipe Dream. I don't understand what the buttons are. I don't know what I do to make it select. Yeah, I'll play Polybridge 2 at some point. It seems like something I should play. Judge Dredd the movie. I've never seen Judge Dredd, but I know he's the law. Oh god, it's Russian. Cyber Dread. That's, yep. Cyber Dread. Tet Mohan Daktinad Kewab. Oh god. ABC, I know those letters. Kreb. Oh, that switches. Do you climb? No. This is in my good ROM set. Oh, if you double tap, he has a very fluid walk. Is that a ladder? Is that a ladder? That's a ladder. That's a ladder. Ah. Oh. That doesn't tell me anything. Does that... No? Oh, that just ricochets. That can't be it. God. Just the way that he walks and just shoots the gun at the floor. Oh wait, that's the ladder! No, my onions that I dropped. Oh, this new Spider-Man game's weird. Ooh, particle effects. Ooh, exciting. Oh, no, not exciting. I've wasted them all. Is that a... No. Pew pew. So that's a wall, right? Right. This is... Oh, there's another rope bridge. Yes, the crawl is very good. Oh, I have a life bar up there. I didn't even notice. Is there fall damage in this? I mean, it looks like it's doing something, but... Was this an official game that came out? I mean, I guess if Acclaim published it, probably actually not a bootleg. I'm sure the Russian translation's not official, though. Oh, hello. It is sort of Vector Man-like. The sound effects, mostly. Oh, God. Wait, was I grabbing the ceiling? No. Take that, science! Wow, he has a butt. Just like Vector Man. B for Boopy. Oh, Jesus. What? I got nothing. Oh, there's another thing here. Is Judge Dredd any good? I don't really watch movies. Should I make an exception for watching Judge Dredd? Can I not? Oh. It's another one of these. Ow, my foot! I can't go in. Is that a ghost? Does he jump higher if you run? No. Up, start, select, A, B, C, up and A, down and B, anything. Well. That went great. It's a monkey. Wait, a game called Monk and Monkeys? Oh, Jesus. Press on to start. Oh no, it's a Tiger LCD game. I think. What do I have to do? I think I'm the monk. What? Thanks for your playing! Didn't I already play this? Didn't RetroArch already crash? Weird, like, Bugs Life game? Oh, it doesn't work. Wow, that looks just like the movie. I don't remember any of this. Ah! Wow. What is this music? Also, why is the ant so much bigger than everything else? What are these voices? Oh, yeah! Could I throw the other thing? Is there another thing? I don't have any. Oh, Jesus! Oh, if you hold the B button, he just goes in the hole. Wow, that is a very weird run. I assume these aren't throwables and mostly just collectibles. But if you jump and you hold B in midair, he just goes. I love blast processing. Oh, someone's eating my leaf. Oh God, there's more! I can't even get past this stupid level. Are they saying, like, who am I? What are they saying when I kill them? No, I haven't played Animorphs. What happens when you run out of these? I don't know. You're just screwed. God, I hate it. Just want to see what the next level's like. I don't know if I can even get there. Oh, yeah! You cannot jump and throw. See. Oh, there he goes. Nope.
Nice one. Nice one. Bye-bye, Buggy. Nice one. Bye-bye, Buggy. You're welcome. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Please let this be the end of the level, though I'm sure it isn't. Is the game just called No Escape? Have I played this? Oh no, it's Psygnosis. Wait. What is this again? This seems vaguely familiar. Ah, nope, now it doesn't. Oh, Jesus! I wish there were an escape from this. You can't catch an airplane! Da-da-da. This is a situation that I honestly wish I could escape from. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Shh, don't. Oh, crap. What even is this game? I've never heard of it. Like, it just goes. You don't do anything. We're haha! You'll never catch me. I'm gonna kick you in the shins and roll away. Ah! How much life does he have? Yay, I've murdered that man, now I'm gonna eat his gas. And kick him in the face. Normal environment. Can of gasoline. Damaged Ruger. Molotov pouch. mean, I definitely wish I could escape from this, so you know. Curse you! Can I go? I can climb. Is it just like about a dad who ends up in the jungle and then all of a sudden he just gets beaten to death? Ah! Mole Men tunnels? Techno Warriors camps? That one. Sorry, how are the Techno Warriors just like 18th century cavalry? Okay. Well, this is a game. Nigel Mansell's World Championship. I don't know who that is. Ah! Oh, it's cars.
Hey, it's me, Nigel Mansell, and this is my world champion.
I don't know.
Japan.
Wet tires. The high gear ratio, automatic.
Yeah.
Wait, who am I? Oh, I'm Johnny Manziel, or whatever his name is. What does C do? A slows you down, C does nothing. Oh, wait! Oh, I thought it was polygonal, but that's just pre-rendered. I was about to be very impressed. I mean, graphically, it's not that bad. It's basic, but it kind of works. I'm gonna kill you bastards! Get back here! Yeah, I played Virtual Racing. Oh no, I'm being hit by the biggest raindrops on the planet. Ah! Thought I was a fool for picking wet tires. Howard Manziel never chooses his tires wrong, that's all I'm gonna say. There's more than one frame. There's 2 frames. I think. It's 2 different colors. So it's color cycling on the tires. To give the illusion of motion. Whee. I will say there is a lot of sense of speed, more than in, like, Super Hang-On or something. Like, this does actually feel pretty fast. Here we see Monaco. I don't know if I've ever played it. What is it, on the Genesis? I don't really turn so well anymore. Should probably go to the pit. Yeah! Oh, the course. Sure. Oh, Jesus. Good morning. Man, I got these wet tires. Everyone else is losing it. I'm doing great, though. I'm gonna get first with these wet tires. Yes, they're gonna come into their own now. Guys, Howie Manziel's behind us. He's got wet tires. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna lose my well-earned 9th place. Retired? No, I like my wet tires. God, it just looks like it's sinking in a lake. Mansell's advice! Wait, I want his advice. I don't know how to pick that.
Hey, it's me, Dr. Marcel.
Okay, so start just goes here. C just goes here. I don't know how to get any of his advice. It just does this. Maybe his advice is a demo of him driving. All he does is a tune-up. Ah, I see.
So hard to matter. The baby sound is to overcome the
Ah! Okay, buddy, I'm not paying attention to any of that. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hey, it's me, Johnny Marcel. You're doing just fine. It's me, the spirit of Johnny Marcel. I'm here to haunt your car.
That's really creepy. It's just like a man's face. Just there. I was kind of wishing there would be a button you could like make a blink or something. I wish he shot eye lasers at it. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about the giant floating head of Nigel Mansell. Is that his name? I feel like I've been saying it wrong. No, it's Nigel Mansell. Could have been like Nick Mancetti. My name is But oh wait.
I'm Man-Bai. I hail from...
Monaco. Ooh, options. You said the Monaco course is hell? It looks fine. I don't know what those stairs are, though. Whee! Yeah! You can do it, man, bye. Is Monaco the most technical course in the F1 calendar? Is that the joke? Oh god, all these identical cars! Oh Jesus! It's a very weird game, because it feels like the road snaps to you and not the other way around. Like, I don't feel like I'm turning as much as that curve seems to imply I am. It feels like it's keeping me on the road, even if I'm not bothering. Oh, that's a sound.
Here comes Man-Bai. Oh, God.
Not a great day for Man-Bai. What's the other game I should be looking at? Is there even a Top Gear game on this? I know there's a Top Gear Rally, whatever. Oh, there is Top Gear too. Interesting. What is that? Yeah! Man, that's music. I want the no money engine. That's all I have. Oh, wow. What? Kick it. Let her rip. Bonsai. Hove it. Crash and burn. Wait, this is just the same as that other game. Every time I hit the boost button, it just makes that grinding noise. Nope, didn't say Cortana, but thanks. Well, that's a game.
Ouch. Ah.
Jennifer Cipriati tennis. I don't know who that is. Is it better than the Popeyes beach volley? I can't believe they have Popeyes beach volleyball as a thing that someone made and is like, yes, this is a product that needs to exist. Oh god, is she a corpse? What is this? Oh, it's terrifying. I'll be club. Oh, I could pick a double? Also club. Join the club. Wow, that's a really weird looking oh. Is there only one button? Wait, why was that? Oh, don't hit it back. Wait, who are those? Oh, those are the judges. Well. Why does tennis insist on switching your perspective in all the games? I hate that. I'm gonna come over here and beat the crap out of you! Just let me over this net! Free me from tennis! Hey! It's my ball, come back! What? How? What's wrong? What am I not doing? Just running away. Wait, can I take the ball off the line? Well, I deserve that. Ha! Not so easy now, is it, CPU? Double fault. On the bottom one. No, give me that! Well. Here's a beta of a game called Jelly Boy, which I don't know if I've played. Oh. Jesus. Mr. Helpy and Tim. Wait. I guess I must have played this. I don't know anything. This does not feel familiar at all. Here goes Jelly. Oh God. speed at which he can do it when he's in midair. Faffle. What? Well, this is a game. Oh god! It doesn't control very well. There's a lot of delay on the movement. It's true, I can turn into a duck on command. I did it! I'm getting the jiggies. Yep. This game is awful. Oh, hang on. Who's messaging me? Looks better than you thought it would. Oh, I died. It's a game. I guess. Perfect loop. You don't even notice. There's a game just called The Humans. Oh yeah, I did never play that hobo game, that's true. God damn it, RetroArch. Just load the game and don't crash. Me, I rules. Game. Game tech. Oh. B. Is this just Lemmings? Yeah. No. Well. Yes. Well, that's a game. College football USA 97, road to New Orleans. I don't know what that means. New Orleans. New football. Yeah, this is not loading. And then RetroArch crashed because it's a quality piece of software. Cool. Okay. Chuck 2, Son of Chuck. Oh, it's Chuck Rock. That's a game I have not played. Oh god, that is bad to look at. Oh god! This is the worst. Well, it's got some of that Eurojank basic. And it's a Virgin Interactive game, so like, it's gonna look like an Amiga game. Great. Good sound. Running out of milk. Oh wait, I was always like that. God, he's got a smile like Mitch McConnell. I just want to get this stuff up there. How? Well, I got one baby and I killed it. Now it's mad at me. Do you think they just didn't put this game out? I'm assuming it's not out. Maybe it is. Just because it's, like, terrifying. Take that, bird. God, I hate that so much. It was originally for Amiga. Yeah, of course it is. It's got that look. Well, that's a game. I'm glad I played that. There's a game called Caliber 50. April 1972, Far East. Ah! Oh. Don't worry, folksies. Okay. Al Capone, no. Wait, what year is it? Oh, yeah. I love Akari Warriors. Oh my god, the A button just rotates him in place. Woo! really good. I mean, why would you not just always spin? It doesn't make you go any slower. Oh no! Oh, I missed the fire. Yay! Everyone burns to death. As I slowly saunter over. Oh, what a good game. Oh. Wait. He can't shoot me here. Oh man, Frogger. What? Oh, I was shooting the helicopter? Yeah! I'm kind of into this. It's not good. Just like the absurdity of the spin. I can't believe their solution to aiming in different directions was a button that spins you in place counterclockwise. That's it. God, just look at his feet. God, the Sega Genesis is so weird. Like, I've been playing a bunch of SNES games because I got an SNES Classic at some point, and it's like... Yeah, these are all, like, weirdly way jankier than most Nintendo games. Oh yeah, I hacked it, like, immediately. Pew pew. No, Genesis games had a seal of approval. Actually. I don't know why you wouldn't just do this. Oh god! That's fine, we'll just... slip through. Ooh, okay. Don't know what that does. Gives you potassium. Wait, only the top part of his body is rotating. His feet... Wait, do his feet move at all? No, his feet don't move at all. It's just his torso spinning in place. As his feet just track straight. Ow. Yeah. Captain Planet and the Planeteers, Beta. We're the Planeteers. You can be one too. Oh, that is some Gems sound driver music.
Ah!
Keep Wheeler moving toward the elevators and avoid the hazards Greedley has put in your way. Good luck, the power is yours. Guys, I think the Earth is doomed. I'm out of shoot juice. Oh, this is really good. Okay, bye! What happens if the time runs out? Oh, the sun goes down. World's most detailed day-night cycle. Which of the Planeteers do I pack? It's just gonna say game over, isn't it? "48 minutes. This is a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I mean, bother. Yeah, can I increase the fast forward speed more? I don't think so. Oh no, it's nighttime. Sort of. Well, what do you want to do for another 39 fake minutes? Listen to different music. There is no different music. Almost halfway. I can't believe by running this and streaming this for an hour, I'm killing the planet. "20 minutes! Almost. No, I mean, whatever happens, it's just gonna probably say, like, game over. Or unless it's like a picture of Captain Planet, like, dead. Here's a weirdly detailed image of Captain Planet nailed to a cross. Thanks for waiting for an hour. We didn't think anyone would see this. God, I love that if you type in coronavirus 5G on Twitter, regardless of the content of the tweet, it automatically puts that, get the facts link underneath. Get there somewhere. 2 minutes. It's not gonna have been worth it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, count with me, 2, 1. At least it's really smooth parallax. It's actually kind of impressive. That looks like it's being done on a per scan line basis. Oh, that's it. I love video games. Mega Games 3 Europe. Oh no. Oh, that's... oops. That's not what I meant to pick. Here's a game just called Fire Mustang? Foreman for real. What is this? It's nothing. No, wait, it's something. Foreman for real. 4-man for real. Is this about, like, driving a forklift around a store? Warehouse. Ah, wow, that is very weird. His mouth, his face doesn't move at all. I could be big George Foreman. I don't... Is that what people called him? Did they all have nicknames? Rob the Killer Jones. I thought those were his measurements up top. Like 16, 10, 0? Savage Sammy Swift. Okay, you're not that good. JJ the Bull Mazzo. Yeah, my nickname is Fist. Jammin' Johnny O'Grady. Yuri Fabulous Fatamon. Willie the Lion Ramos. Joe the Dragon Hoffman. Jeff Rockjaw Rianda. Mike the Anvil. Dangerous. It's me, Dangerous Dan Jones. Derek the Legend. Oh, there's a lot of these. Nick the Nightmare. Hammerhead. Big. Where's Jammin'? Yeah, can't wait to jam. My opponent will be George Foreman. Boxing. O'Grady versus Foreman. Generic font. Gold's Gym. Wow, this is really weird looking. God, they just look like background animations in a DDR track. No, George Foreman, stop punching me in the face. I'll buy your grill. I'm assuming that's the stamina bar, but I don't know how I kill him. Novelty grill. Good episode. George Foreman, stop. Why do we have to awkwardly punch past each other? Why can't we be friendsies? We're both tired, George. We have to stop fighting. Let us be friends. Oh, just kidding. Ah! Let me just slide over. Haha! I've recovered. Crowd made up just angry old men. God, you're right. It's like a crowd of just Beethoven. And like this thing, which I think is like a chimpanzee covering its ears. This is a really long minute. Oh, God. I'm over here now. Whoop. Oh, wait, now I'm here. Better come and get me, George Foreman. Oh, I'm over here now. Oh god, he's actually punching me. Did I win? Please don't make me play this again. Ah. Here's something just called Fun Car Route. Oh, I think I already played that. Grind Stormer. What is that? Also, grind is in all caps. If that helps. Probably doesn't. Oh, it's a Tengen joint. Grind Stormer! Oh, it's one of these. How'd I end up with all these games? I purchased them legally and supported the original creator. And then I ripped the ROMs so I could stream them with a good conscience. In Sector X. Oh, Jesus. I love Ranger X. Great. This is not the best one of these they've made. I just wanted the PP. It's fine. I'll get it later. Oh, another tennis game. Pete Sampras Tennis. Who's Pete Sampras? I don't know. Oh god, it's somehow RetroArch is full screen. I don't know how to undo that. How do I oh god. No. RetroArch is now somehow full screen, and I don't know how I did that. Is there a shortcut to undo that? I know it is not Alt-Enter. Anyone? Alt the F keys. Just Google it. RetroArch full screen. Hotkey. How do I toggle full screen with keyboard in Windows? Press F. Yeah, that's actually it. Okay.
It's me, Pete Sampras. Welcome to my tennis.
Choose who you want to be player one. I'll be... Ham. Amo.
Player 1 to serve. Love 15. Love 30.
It's going great.
Second service. Love 40. Game computer. Computer to serve.
Great.
Love.
There's something about the way the characters move in and out of the background that really makes me just think of Monkey Island.
40. Love. Game computer. Player 1 to serve.
Why do I have to be back here?
Second service. Love 15. Love 40.
Great. And the crowd goes mild.
Second service.
Well. Guys, I can't reach the ball. Yes, oh, damn it.
Computer leads by
Okay, now I'm on the right side.
to love.
It's
Computer
time to win.
out. Second service.
That's what I thought. Go.
Love. Out. Second service.
No.
15.
Okay, bye.